Good morning. Thank you all for coming today. I appreciate attendance is mandatory, although thank you for being here all the same. There will be letters sent out to everyone who hasn't bothered, so well done for not being one of them.
Quite right, Keith.
Now, this training session is a full day. It's going to be quite involved with a lot of interaction and fact-checking along the way. We're due to finish at 5, but if we all get our heads down and crack on through, hopefully we can aim to finish 10 minutes early, so please try and stay awake until then.
Yeah, and no painting eyes on your glasses so you can sleep behind them, because we will know.
That's happened a lot this year, Chris.
Far too many times, Keith. But we're wiser now.
Exactly. Right, a couple of points about housekeeping. There's no fire test due today, so if you do hear an alarm, please dawdle as slowly as you can, wondering if it's real or not. Then take your time gathering everything you brought with you, regardless of how much it's worth, or whereabouts in the building it is. Then leisurely file outside through whichever door you fancy, and hang around awkwardly anywhere you want except an actual evacuation point.
Mobile phones should be switched off and out of sight, but it is the modern world and no one cares anymore, so perhaps you could just switch them to the loudest possible volume and most annoying ringtone in order to upset everyone else in here should you get a call.
Toilets are through that door over there. If you need to go, you don't need to ask, just get up and go. Though please, if you do need the toilet, then actually go and use the toilet. Don't just openly go in here, as we had someone do last week.
Cool, that was a long day, Keith.
It was a long day. It led to 4 Occy Health referrals and some difficult discussions with HR.
Plus the cleaner quit.
Did she what, Maggie?
Yeah, said she's never seen anything so disgusting in her life, so she went back to her job as a butcher.
Shame. But it goes to show why we need housekeeping rules, Chris.
Exactly. So feel free to make notes along the way, though we will be giving you a copy of today's PowerPoint at the end.
It is 65 pages long and a massive environmental waste, so either just shove it to the bottom of your bag and forget about it for 3 months whilst moaning about the extra weight, then eventually bin it, not even in a recycling bin.
Or just fold it at a weird angle and leave it under your chair when you go, preferably covered with doodles and a few coffee stains so we can't reuse it in a future session.
Oh, I think that's everything. Is that everything, Chris?
I think it is, yeah.
Excellent. Then let's get started.
Cat Noir presents Training Day by Matt Sanders and Kevin Chilvers.
Right then, a couple of quick introductions. I am Keith Prodd. In work, I am the head of risk management. I'm also the data and information governance lead, though I don't get paid twice, of course. Outside work, I'm a Pisces. I like castles, Stormzy and lampposts.
And I'm Chris Polk. I'm a learning and developmental facilitator both inside and outside of work, as I don't have any hobbies or personal interests at all.
Oh, you stopped playing chess then, Chris?
I don't want to talk about it.
Fair enough. Moving on. So today's session's all about safely managing risk in the workplace, which is quite a mouthful there. But what exactly is risk? When we break down the fundamental building blocks that form the word, what concepts do we need to consider? Anyone? Anyone? No? No? What about you, Chris?
Yeah, well, I know when I think of the word risk, and I know you and me differ on this a little, Keith.
We do.
Different schools of thought and all that.
But both equally as valid?
Exactly. So when I think of risk, I think the 2 most important letters are is. As in, what is the risk? As in, you can't spell risk without is.
No, still don't get it, Chris.
Well, it stands to reason, doesn't it? I mean, if you spelt risk without is, it would just be rook, and no one would know what you're going on about.
Yeah, but we're not changing the word today, are we? So if rook had always been the word used to describe risk, then everyone would understand what rook means by now. It just doesn't make any sense, does it?
I don't know what you mean, Keith. It's just like the saying, there's no I in team.
It's nothing like that at all. There is no I in team, which is a clever double meaning referring to both the alphabet letter and an individual person. You're saying just cobbles together whatever letters get used to spell the word risk.
You see, this is where we differ, folks. Keith's got his way of remembering things, and I've got mine. Why don't you tell them your definition of the word risk then, Keith?
Well, when I think about what the most important letter in the word risk is, it's not I or S. What other letter do you think it could be? Anyone? A few puzzled looks. Chris?
Is it R?
No, guess again.
K then?
I'm afraid not.
See, that's where you lose me, Keith. There aren't any other letters left.
The most important letter in the word risk is the question mark at the end, as in risk? Question mark?
Yeah, but a question mark isn't a letter, is it? It's punctuation. The word risk only has 4 letters.
And yet the question mark's still the most important part of the word, Chris. It helps us to remember the importance of why we're considering the word risk within each of our daily actions, as in risk, question mark.
You can't spell risk without is.
Risk, question mark.
You can't spell risk without
Risk,
is.
question mark.
You can't spell risk.
Risk, question mark.
You can't spell risk.
Do you think we should just move on, Chris?
Yeah, good idea. Otherwise, we'll only end up pulling another all-nighter.
So, now we've looked at some of the concepts and principles that underpin the term risk, let's think about how we can start to apply those values to each and everyday action. Let me give you a for instance. You ready for some role play, Chris?
Always ready to role play with you, Keith?
Right. So, Chris and I are going to act out a short role play of 2 friends meeting up.
Close friends?
Yep, could be. 2 friends meeting up with each other in the street and having a short conversation. And whilst we're not here to wow you with all of our Hollywood acting skills,
Guilty as charged?
we would like you to focus on some of the core aspects of what we've learned today already, and maybe ask yourselves if thoughts about risk should be applied to situations as everyday as this one here. I will show you what we mean in your own time, Chris.
Right then. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, morning, Keith.
Morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Okay. And pause. Great scene, Chris. You alright?
Yeah, it's just a little hard to get into character sometimes.
You're doing terrific.
Thanks, Keith.
Now, Chris's acting skills aside, what did everyone think about the actual situation itself? Was there any risk? To what severity? Who was at risk, if anyone? Would we even need to think of risk in an ordinary everyday situation such as that one? Some shaking their heads. There's a little scratching over there. A few blank expressions. Well, don't worry, because it can be hard to apply thoughts around risk to normal, typical day occurrences. But, Chris?
Well, don't forget, we told you that this little catch-up took place outside in the street.
Precisely, and quite easily that everyday seemingly average risk-free scenario could have easily and tragically transpired into this one.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, morning, Keith.
Morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Hey, look out!
Shocking, isn't it? How quickly risk can rise and take over in such a short space of time, and in everyday normal life too.
Well, supposing there weren't any cars around on this particular street, but maybe there was a tiger.
What would the risk look like then, I wonder, Chris?
Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, morning, Keith.
Morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Wait, is that a tiger?
Where? Ah! Ah! And remember, everyone, that was only one tiger. There may well have been lots, which goes to show risk is an ongoing and ever-changing construct that requires serious consideration, even for trivial affairs that may well initially appear risk-free. Still not convinced? How about this?
Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, morning, Keith.
Morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Wait, is that a meteor the size of Belgium up there heading straight for us?
Where? So, if you think risk doesn't apply to you as you go about your everyday life, you might want to think again.
Yeah, I really think it's worth hammering out that point a second time, Keith. You simply can't spell the word risk without is.
Or, to put it another way, as you meet with your friend,
Close friend?
as you meet with your close friend in the street for what seems like a cosy face-to-face catch-up, maybe you should be asking yourself, risk? Question mark?
Just not possible to spell risk without is.
Risk? Question mark?
You can't spell risk.
Okay, lovely. I think that's probably enough roleplay for now. We're really getting into the heart of a subject matter and focusing on the need to apply thoughts around risk to everyday practice.
So let's sum up this section with a quick knowledge check then, Keith.
Good idea. All right, everyone. Let's see if you can answer this. As you go about your busy day, if something were to present itself that might be considered a risk, what should be your first thoughts? Is it A? Ah! Or is it B? Could it be C?
I wonder if there is any risk affiliated with this task or activity I am about to undertake, and if so, to what degree of consideration do I need to give it in order to ensure and maintain the safety of myself as well as all others around me?
Or lastly, is it D?
Sausages.
I'll give you a moment to think about it. Yeah, the answer was indeed C.
Though we appreciate that for most people the answer could be A as well.
Now, as I look around you all, I can see a few faces have disappeared already. So I just want to remind everyone, you will need to stay until the end of today in order to complete the course and achieve your certificate.
Yeah, well said, Keith. I don't think the value of attendance can be quite stated enough.
What he said. What's next on the schedule, Chris?
Well, now that we've unpacked what risk looks and feels like, maybe we should start to consider what risk sounds like.
Great idea. And to help us do that, I've compiled a list of 4 different sounds that we're going to play you all. We want everyone here to consider which scenario sounds like the riskiest. You got the tape recorder there, Chris?
Yep, all ready to go?
Let's hear the first one then.
Alright, sound effect number 1. Lovely, just lovely.
Indeed, simply gorgeous. Let's hear the second one.
Sound effect number 2.
So, we've had the countryside.
We've had the countryside.
And now the calming Wales.
We've had the Wales too.
What's the third one sound like, Chris?
Third sound effect coming up.
Oh, that one did sound a bit more stressful than the others, but was it the riskiest, Chris?
Could be, Keith, could be.
Let's hear that final sound effect then.
Right, here we go. Sound effect number 4 is this one.
There we are, everyone. 4 very different sound effects.
4 completely different sound effects, Keith.
But which one came with the most risk, do you think? Anyone got any ideas?
Let's see. All together we had the sound of the countryside, then we had the Wales, the machine gun fire, then finally there was someone sleeping.
4 completely different scenarios, Chris. But does anyone here know which one of them would come with the highest level of risk? Anyone? Anyone know?
Do you know, Keith?
I do. And if anyone here thought the answer was the third one, machine gun fire, then I'm afraid you'd be wrong, because that sound was recorded straight from an old TV programme, so there was really no risk at all beyond volume. The others, however, were all sounds recorded during COVID, and as we know, things were far riskier back then.
Excellent point, Keith. Goes to show the importance of being able to think outside the box when considering risk, even when it's purely in sound form.
Exactly, Chris. Never underestimate the significance of risk consideration.
And if anyone was wondering which of the sounds was actually the riskiest,
The countryside, the Wales, or the sleeping person?
well, I can tell you it was sound effect number 4, the sleeping person.
And why was that, Chris?
Because they had no idea an avalanche was coming.
Devastating. What an absolute tragedy. And during COVID too.
I know.
You see, it might be hard to hear this, folks, but it really is another incredibly valuable lesson for today. You simply cannot underestimate the significance of risk at any time, not even when you're asleep.
Yeah, if anything, that's when risk can strike at its worst, because you're not paying attention.
Precisely, well said, Chris.
Thank you.
Right then, we've covered a great deal already in this first half. Perhaps we should take a little break there.
Good idea, Keith. Stretch the legs, maybe rehydrate, go to the toilet if you need to. In the actual toilet, though.
Yeah. And we'll see you all here back shortly.
But don't go trying to bunk off early, though, because we will know.
We will know.
See you in a bit.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Well, welcome back to those of you who have returned. I can see a few more faces have disappeared over the break. I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt, because it does. A bit. More than most people know.
It's disgusting, Keith. Absolute scum. And the problem's only getting worse too. It makes me wonder why we bother. It really does.
I know. Still, thank you to all of you who are still here. Let's dive into this second half of the training.
Yeah, so far we've talked about the fundamental concepts of risk in terms of definition, looks, feel and sound, but that was all through the safe view of roleplay and tape recordings.
So, what if, instead of just learning the techniques around understanding risk, what if we were able to bring the lived experience right here into the classroom? Would that change our awareness of how we process risk, do you think?
What, by bringing it directly into the lived moment, you mean?
Exactly. What would happen then, I wonder?
Well, Keith and I have been furiously racking our brains together to find the best and most importantly, safest way for you all to experience the sensation of risk without any one of you actually being at risk of harm or danger.
Yeah, we think we've cracked it.
We do.
We do.
Keith and I have both brought in an item from home today.
Separate homes.
Separate homes. Only one of our items might be considered safe, whilst the other item may well come with some degree of risk.
And we want you all to try and guess which one of our items could be safe
and which one might be a little risky.
Ooh, makes sense. Some nodding of heads. Yeah, good. All right, then, let's begin.
Show us what you brought in then, Keith.
Well, Chris, I brought this delicious-looking custard-filled cream cake. There. Take a look at that.
Makes me hungry just seeing it.
Yeah, but is it safe or risky, Chris? Safe or risky?
Good question, good question. It could just be a cake, but there's really no way of knowing at this stage.
What about you then, Chris? What did you bring?
Well, Keith, I brought in this alligator. Don't be alarmed, anyone. He's perfectly fine. He's already eaten today.
But is he safe or risky? Safe or risky?
Let's let him out of the cage and find out. Come on, Terry. Come on.
Is he alright, Chris?
Yeah, he's just in a bit of a mood. I'll reach my arm in and give him a yank. Come on, Terry. That's it. That's it.
Come on, Terry. Well done, well done.
There we go. And he's free.
You sure he's eating, Chris? He does seem a bit cranky today.
Yeah, he's all right. I fed him some sandwiches in the car.
Fair enough then.
But is he safe or risky?
Excellent question, Chris.
Thank you.
So everyone, I can see by the shocked expressions on some of your faces, you may well have formed a few conclusions in your minds already, but we're all living the experience. Maybe we're able to see that perceptions can alter from merely discussing them alone. So, with that in mind, which of the two items have we brought in today is safe, and which one is risky? Is the cake safe, or is it the alligator?
Will you behave, Terry?
You got him?
Yeah, hang on. He's just acting up. Hold still, would you?
Should we let him outside for a bit?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's get him outside, let him run around for a bit, and maybe he'll tire himself out.
Come on, this way, Terry. Come on, out you go.
Go on, Terry. Outside. Go get some sunshine.
Off you go.
There he is. He's outside.
I'll get the door. There we go.
Cracking. He'll be fine for a few hours, I imagine.
Good. Then we can all get back to the question in hand, namely which one of our two items is safe and which one could come with a slight degree of risk.
Look at all their faces, Keith. I think you've stumped them.
Either that or Terry did.
Well, everybody, this is where you might all become a little surprised because sometimes looks can be deceiving.
Ooh, tell him what you mean, Chris.
I mean that despite Terry's rugged and toothy appearance, he's mostly fine so long as he's well fed.
Whereas my delicious-looking cream cake, on the other hand, is actually 4 days past its sell-by date. Does that shock you?
They do look shocked, Chris, yeah.
Yeah, good. Because if there's one thing I can't stress the value of enough here today in this session, it's the importance of considering during the experience, not just when you're thinking about it or talking about it. Is Terry still out there, Chris?
Yeah, I can't see him. I'm sure he'll be okay, though.
Great. Well, I'm going to put this cake back in my bag for supper later. And then we can move on to the final part of today's training session.
Motoring through it, Keith.
Oh, absolutely we are, Chris.
So what's the final part of the training session then?
Well, for this last section today, I thought we should all focus a little bit more closely on considering risks specifically in the workplace.
Sounds vitally important to me, Keith.
It is, Chris, it really is.
But how would we go about such a thing?
Well, that's the tricky part, I'm afraid. Because, and I'm not sure how many of you are already aware of this, but there are actually quite a large number of potential risks and hazards seen throughout the workplace. You might want to write that down, mate.
Well, I for one am flabbergasted. I had absolutely no idea risk was in so many places.
I know. And I accidentally mentioned hazards too, but we only cover hazards in the advanced course. So please feel free to forget that word.
That still leaves us with any possible number of risks scattered throughout the workplace though, Keith. How can we discuss them in a classroom setting if we don't know what they all are?
Oh, I can answer that, Chris. Remember the video you and I made?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh crumbs.
I'm afraid so.
We did that weeks ago.
We did indeed, upstairs in the staff room of this very building, in fact.
Have you finally finished editing it then?
Oh, last night. Thought I'd bring it in for the grand premiere today.
Well, everyone, never mind my acting earlier, you're all in for a treat when you see Keith's BAFTA-winning performance in this video.
I mean, I don't know about BAFTA, Chris, but the Oscar people did email earlier to say they're sending me an award in the post.
What? Really?
No, I was only joking.
Oh.
Do you remember how many risks we highlighted in the video then?
To be honest with you, Keith, I really don't. Like I say, it was a few weeks back now.
Sounds like you can play along with everyone else then, Chris.
Sounds like you should set up the task then, Keith. I'm looking forward to this.
All very well. Now listen up, everyone. The next task is perfectly simple. I'm going to play you a little video that Chris and I made of us pretending to be normal everyday workers going about having a tea break in the staff room.
Yeah, I do remember now, yeah.
Yeah, and I want you all to pay attention to this, because somewhere amidst our everyday conversation, there might be one or two potential work-based risks mentioned. We just want you to count the number of potential risks you hear in the video, and then we can discuss them along with all of us at the end. Sounds simple to everyone?
Sounds simple enough to me, Chris.
Right then, take a look at this. Keith Prodd
And Chris Polk
present
Assessing for potential risk in the workplace.
Copyright Poke and Prodd Productions.
Morning, Keith. On your tea break, are you?
Yeah, I accidentally spilt coffee all over my computer. Now it's fizzing and sparking, so I thought I'd come in here.
Mind if I join you?
Certainly, just mind all the loose wires in the doorway. I'm not sure why they haven't been covered.
Will do. Oh.
You on your break too then, Chris?
Well, I've just finished a busy hour mopping up and down the corridors. I haven't put any yellow signs out yet, but I'm sure there's time for a cup of fur.
Well, the kettle's just full. Careful though, it is leaking a bit.
Okay. Hey, who left all these unsheathed hypodermic needles all over the floor?
I know, I've been wondering that too. Just be mindful where you tread.
Will do. Oh, careful. There. Blimey, this cupboard door's on its last legs.
Yeah, somebody really ought to do something about that.
Oh, what? All these cups are chipped and damaged.
Just take one from the sink, give it a quick rinse, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay. Hey, this one's Colin's. Do you think you'll mind if I use it?
I wouldn't have thought so. He went home earlier with violent stomach cramps and explosive diarrhea. Guess he won't be needing it again today.
Fair enough then. I'll just rinse his cup. Ouch! There's scalding water coming out of the cold tap.
Yeah, someone else said that last week. I don't think it's been reported though.
Where are the tea bags then?
In the corner on top of that box of oily rags that accidentally got soaked in gin.
You mean over here, by the toaster that sometimes catches fire?
Yeah, that's right. Got no idea why we still use that thing.
Hey, there's an ashtray over here too.
Yeah, a bit strange for a no-smoking building.
This staff room's got everything.
You stirring your tea with a pen?
Yeah, I found it in the toilets while I was cleaning. Far easier than looking round here for a teaspoon. Besides, every time I open this drawer, the bottom falls out and everything lands on my feet.
Yeah, know what you mean.
Fancy a biscuit?
What have we got?
Let's see. There's a half-open pack of custard creams here, but they are standing next to a box of rat poison.
Ooh. Is the rat poison sealed?
Not really. It's more sort of open, spilling out, corroding through the base of the cupboard and dripping onto the fruit bowl below.
I might leave it then.
Yeah, me too. Hey, why is there a box of fireworks standing on the side?
Yeah, I've been wondering that too.
You think I should blow out this lit candle standing next to them?
Oh, I'd rather you didn't. I quite like the fragrance.
Hey, do you know your shoelace is undone?
Yeah, happened earlier. Only I trailed through a large puddle of unattended bleach on the 3rd floor, so I don't really want to touch my laces.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I wouldn't want to either.
Oh. Hello?
There go the lights again.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be working in the dark for the rest of today.
They'll have some troubles in the knife throwing wing, I shouldn't wonder.
Cool, not half glad I'm not working over there this afternoon.
What you got on today then?
Well, after they've served lunch, I need to move a puddle of radioactive waste out of the canteen.
Sounds like a real chore, Keith. Have you got any protective equipment or clothing?
Well, they said there was some somewhere, but I'll probably just use my hands.
Right.
What about you?
I've got a load of heavy boxes to move, which I plan to do by keeping my feet together, not bending my legs and putting all the strain on my back.
Yeah, good idea. Well, I've got to press on. Someone was yelling the word fire earlier in the basement. Might go and see what all that was about.
While you're down there, you can ask them why they replaced all the fire extinguishers with cans of squirty cream.
Will do. I'll see you later.
You too, Keith. So long as we both stay safe.
Poke and Prodd Productions.
Well, that was absolutely brilliant, Keith. I'm staggered by the high production values. You really put a lot into it.
Thank you. Bigger question though, everyone, is this. How many potential risks could you spot in that short video interaction?
Cool, stone me. It was hard to keep track of it all. I'm guessing around 3?
Well, I think you might be surprised to learn there were a few more than that hidden throughout, Chris.
More than 3? That does come as a shock. And I was in it.
Exactly. And I think therein lies the crux of our lesson today, everyone. Even when we're amidst the potential for risk in the workplace setting, we still sometimes don't notice because there's so much happening around us. That's why it's crucial to attend training sessions such as this one.
Absolutely life-saving advice, Keith. I really had no idea. More than 3. What a world.
And I think that's a good place for us all to finish today, everyone. I can see your brains are all overloaded. Those of you who are still here anyway. I think a few more faces disappeared during the video.
Yeah, and I think I saw some people leave when Terry was out too.
Well, if they're still outside, Terry's their problem now.
Exactly.
So a big thank you to all of you for attending today.
A massive thank you. Thank you all so very, very much.
Feel free to collect a certificate on your way out. And we hope to see you all again on the more in-depth Managing Risk and Hazards in the Workplace session, which is the full 6-day advanced course.
Yeah, and please remember, if you take away nothing else today about understanding risk in the workplace, then please just remember you can't spell risk without is.
Or, to put it another way, risk? Question mark?
You can't spell risk without is.
Risk? Question mark?
You can't spell risk without is.
Risk? Question mark?
You can't spell...
We're going to be here all night again, aren't we?
Yeah, possibly. Do you want to order some food?
Good idea. You've been listening to Training Day, written, produced, recorded and edited by Matt Sanders and Kevin Chilvers. Promotional material by Laurie Stone. If you enjoyed this training session, then please complete the feedback cards given to you all at the start and hand them in on your way out. You can also review us online and make sure to follow us on Instagram at Cat Noir Podcast. And if you're wondering exactly how many potential risks there were in the safety video, we counted 29, with the rat poison being a risk to both food and kitchenware. So if you also counted 29, there's an extra gold star for you. Well done. Although we didn't mention it in the video, mostly because we couldn't afford to film it, but that particular workplace was situated at an air traffic control centre based in a hospital operating theatre that's perched on top of an oil rig, so there are probably a few more risks than the ones we mentioned. Meanwhile, if you're interested in booking a slot on the advanced 6-day risk and hazards course, then by all means get in touch because there are still many places left. Thank you.
Oi, stop! Don't do that in here!